are live on YouTube. Hello, and welcome to Share the Love Sundays with Brit Girls Go Stateside. And today we've got the wonderful Mr. Ian Poole from RockstarPoole69. Hi, Ian.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
From sunny England. It's been miserable the last few weeks, but it's actually sunny right now. So
oh my gosh, it's sunny in England.
It's actually, they're predicting a heat wave right now, which is not good because where I am right now, we've got the boiler behind us, we've got the midday sun coming around this room around now. It's probably going to get hotter than the sauna. So
oh my god, so we're going to see a little bit of glowing going on.
Hopefully not.
Now you may realize that we're both British because we've immediately started talking about the weather, which is what we us Brits always do.
It's a common thing. It's like, what's the weather doing? Oh, it's raining.
Exactly. And I'm going to say hello to people in the chat quickly, Ian, before we get on. Hello, John. Hello, Eleanor. Lovely that you can join us. Hello, Roger, who's in the other room. And hello, Tony. I'm sorry, Lucy's not here today. She has got a work commitment, so she's given me the responsibility to do this on my own. So she apologizes to you all. She'll be back next week. So anyhow, she's with us in spirit and she'll be watching on catch up. Hi, Flower, Eggs and Yeast. Lovely to see you too. And they say it's so good to see you too, Ian.
Yeah, it's good. It's good because I do watch their channel, the Flower. Especially, I love. I forget his name.
Cam's beer tasting.
Cam, that's it. Cam,
yeah.
Because sometimes it can be short and sweet, but sometimes it can be long and it can be wacky and zany. It's like,
oh yeah,
where do you get the energy from, Cam? I love that energy sometimes.
I know. I think you've got it. I think you're rocking it, Rockstar Poole. Okay, tell us about your channel.
Well, for those that don't know, it's a gamer channel. We specialize in a certain genre of game at the moment. Those who come along will know our flagship game at the moment is racing games, with a few little games mixed in the middle. Hopefully soon, though, breaking exclusive on this channel, we will be moving away from racing games temporarily. And we're going to try and become a bit more diverse with what we bring you.
Interesting. So what are we going to be looking forward to, Ian?
Well, we've got I'm trying to think all the details. I'm trying to think now. So we've got Spider-Man. At the moment, the schedule is F1 2020 Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. The Last of Us Remastered and Death Stranding Tuesdays and Thursdays, but they alternate weeks. So one day, say Death Stranding will be Tuesday, the next week could be Thursday, and then back to Tuesday, back to Thursday, and The Last of Us does the opposite. Spider-Man is on Saturdays. As some people call it, Spider Saturdays.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was thinking of the alliteration there. I love a bit of alliteration. Spider Saturdays, got it.
He's got it. And then on Sundays, we've started Train Sim World 2. And I do that with my brother, who's not here. He's in the room next door.
Oh, right. So, hello, brother.
Hello. Yes, I had to kick him out.
Of course. I did that with my husband, too. He's in the back room. Yeah, he's got one eye on the basketball and one eye on this.
Yeah, that's sort of like me when I'm editing. I've got one edited on the computer. I'm like, what's on the TV? What's on the TV?
Distraction. Oh my goodness. Yeah, I can't do that.
Yeah. But soon F1 2020 will be finishing, and we're going to be replacing that with Resident Evil 8. I think it's a week after that, Death Stranding will be finishing.
Yeah.
And then the week after that, Spider-Man will be finishing. So coming into Saturdays, we'll be replacing Spider Saturday with Shark Saturday.
Shark Saturday. Ooh.
Hashtag Shark Saturday, because Maneater will be coming to the channel, which is it's sort of a game where you start with a baby shark and you gotta grow and grow and grow to meet the person that killed you as the shark's mother.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah,
Oh, oh, I don't know about that. Kill the shark's mother? Oh, I
no,
don't think so,
the
Ian.
the hunter killed a shark
Right,
who was pregnant. He cut the baby out of the mother. Yeah,
right.
it's all really gruesome stuff.
It
He then
sounds like
throws
it.
the baby shark away, but you are the baby shark, and
Ah,
you've got to go all through everything to meet up with that person. So it's like a full circle.
oh, full circle, and then you get your revenge.
Exactly. Yeah.
Ah, got it, got it.
Yeah. And
Okay.
then Death Stranding will be replaced by the Crash Bandicoot series, which I'm really looking forward to because I have never ever played a Crash Bandicoot game in my life.
Wow. So it'll be new for you too, as well as for us.
Exactly. Literally Crash Bandicoot because I was chatting with one of my friends and he says, because I was thinking, shall I go Need for Speed or shall I go Crash Bandicoot? And he says there's more of a market for the Crash Bandicoot series than there is the
Oh,
Need for Speed. Even though Need for Speed is a more popular
yeah.
franchise, the market for Crash is sort of less, so there be less sort of competition, as they say.
Right, right, right. That's all good.
Yeah.
Ian, we've got several things going on in the chat. We've got some questions for you. So
Okay.
Tony says, oh, nice, very cool. I hope I enjoy your videos with Tatiana and Jackie. Yeah, me too.
That
And I'm
that's the
always
F1 boys,
wondering
yeah.
who will win. Yes,
Who will?
exciting female F1 drivers. Yeah.
Yeah. What's what the idea was that because F1 2020 was hyped as a Michael Schumacher edition, and they
Right,
hyped up because this was the first F1 game that my team has come in for a long time.
right.
I sort of thought to myself, right, let's see what everyone else is going to do first,
Mhm,
and then sort of change the dynamic, as they say.
mhm.
So I thought that everyone was going down. Oh, well, I'm going to do this, do my own driver with this person. Some people thought, well, because we've got the Michael Schumacher edition and his son's in the game, let's do father and son in the same team.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, well, what can I do that's different? And then when I saw the trailer, I was looking. They say, oh, you can choose your own driver from a lower series, and that got me thinking. I thought, which year are they going to go with here? Because they could go
Mm,
with last year's drivers, or they could go with this year's. And when they went with last year's drivers, and I saw Tatiana Calderon's name in there, I thought, I've got it, all female
yeah.
team.
I
It's
think that
something
is
that,
awesome, Ian. That is awesome. And
yeah, it's
that's different too. So,
exactly. No one's done it on. Um, Certainly, I haven't seen anyone do it on YouTube. So it's something different, and it has brought in a lot of people. It's something that's different from the norm of the bigger channels. What they do.
actually, yes, yes. It's very important to get your own sort of niche like that, isn't it? And get your own take on something, not just copy what everybody else is doing.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah. Tony says he also loves Marvel Spider-Man, one of the best games out there. And Tony actually reviews games, TT Burger 88.
He does.
And if he says that's a good game, it's a good game.
It, Tony knows. Tony does know his stuff. When he doesn't see a game he doesn't like, he will
Oh,
tell it
I
as
love
it is.
that. It's so brutally honest, but it's so
Exactly.
refreshing too.
Yeah, you need
Yeah.
sometimes people can say it's like which The Last of Us 2, the sequel to The Last of Us.
Mhm.
Everyone lauded it up and saying it's graphically it's brilliant, but the story to it was just absolutely. It's like, where have you gone with this?
Yeah. Hmm.
It's like no, the devs, they took the story, they wanted it to go one way, and then they just reached in and said, nope, you're not having that. You can have this instead.
Oh, I hate it when that happens. Ugh,
Yeah.
such a letdown. Yeah. Okay, so we've got some more flower eggs and yeast say, well, I miss seeing your purple car, but excited to see what you break into. And Eleanor says, any tips for people who are feeling very unmotivated as they aren't seeing the growth they had hoped on their channel?
Yeah, I mean, that I was like that. towards the end of last year, because what I do is I set myself a 3-year plan with this channel, like I'd done with my other 2 channels. I wanted to be at 100 by the end of year 1, 500 by the end of year 2, and 1,000 by the end of year 3, which coincidentally was last Sunday. Ooh. Last Sunday also being my birthday, but don't tell anybody.
Oh, happy belated birthday.
Yeah. I turned the ripe old age of 18.
Oh, I thought you were that age.
You'd be surprised when I tell people my real age, everyone's like, what? They're like, if I said to you now, Julie, how old do you think I am?
I hate that when anyone asks that question. I refuse to answer it because, you know, I don't know, Ian.
Well, I turned 38 last Sunday.
Oh, that's so young. 38.
Exactly. And people have said, oh, no, you're 18. You're 20. Yeah. Like, oh, I'll take that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah. And you're so young because you're doing all this gaming stuff, you know, and rocking it.
Exactly.
So, yeah.
And a lot of people that don't realize that gaming, it's not just for younger people. It could be for older people as well. It could be for families. It could be for males. It could be for anyone, as long as you find the right sort of area to slide into. Yeah. Because gaming, it is one of the more competitive niches in the market on YouTube.
Of course, there's so many gaming channels, and I was going to ask you, Ian, and we'll carry on talking about Eleanor's question about you being motivated. But how do you stand out from the crowd when there is such a crowd there?
That it's one of the trickiest things to do, because you can say to yourself, right, I want to do this, and then you go do your investigation. You think, wow, there's loads there, so right, let's not go there. Let's go this way. But there's so little people there, so maybe that's the place to go. It's all about, say, finding what you're comfortable in doing. I mean, for me, with the racing on my channel, it's good to do that because not only have I got a sort of extensive background, I watch a lot of motorsport as well, so it all sort of helps out. Plus, as well, we're coupled with my other 2 channels. I've sort of turned into a natural free flower, right, as they would say. So it's sort of like all 3 channels have come together in this one little
the old
channel.
Transport, you know, because you're doing trains and planes in the other 2, is that correct? And so these have now, I saw you've got trains now in you know, you've got them in RockstarPoole69 too.
Exactly, yeah. And those who will remember, Bus Simulator was one of the flagship Saturday games as well, which everyone enjoyed that, because we could just sit back, we could relax, we can chill out, and I think that's what weekends should be for. Mondays to Fridays, it should be all about all of that, and then Saturdays and Sundays, sit back, relax, enjoy the weekend.
Yeah, good thinking. Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to catch up in the chat a little bit because there's a lot going on, and I'm sorry if I missed anybody out. And okay, so where are we? So I did like it when I beat the game. That was like why I was made, especially with how they changed the characters' personalities. I think Tony's talking about. Oh, he could be talking about the F1 game. I'm sorry, Tony, if I've got that wrong.
He could be talking about, say, The Last of Us 2, I think.
I've got you right. Yeah. And Eleanor says, I'm struggling a lot lately. I've been stuck around 350 subscribers since May 2020. So you were saying, Ian, that I think by the end of 2020, where it was, you should be at 1,000 subscribers, and you're not far off. So
no, I think when I last checked, I was at 828, which I still think for where we started, with no sort of like big backers, nothing major around it. I like to say we're a very compact channel here. Yeah, everything's done on a budget. So for where we've to, I think it's a still, even though we didn't get to where we want to be, it's still a fantastic achievement just to get to 800.
Oh my goodness, absolutely, it is. It is. And so, what do you do to motivate yourself then, Ian? And what? How can you help Eleanor to? What would you say would be a good way to attract subscribers? Have you tried hashtag shorts yet?
On the gamer channel, I've not tried the shorts yet because with where I do all the editing, where I take it from, take it to, it's hard to do it because it's sort of like shorts were made for more a phone type of idea. I did try the shorts on the transport hub. When was it? I think it was back at the start of the. No, it was January. I tried it back. Sorry, because around our local area, we've had one bus company finish and another one come in. So I thought to myself, it's 50 meters. We're in lockdown at the moment over in the UK.
Yes,
it's 50 meters down the road. Who's going to complain if I just go 50 meters down the road for 10 seconds and then come back? so I went there, did a short of the last service around our local area, and it drew in, I think, about 2,000 views, a few likes, a few dislikes as well, which will come with YouTube. But
yes.
Overall, it did bring in a few more subscribers to the channel. I just think because I do know there's a lot of people once they get to the sort of 300, 400, 500 subscriber mark, it does start to get disconcerting when you look at them and you're thinking, I'm not going where. I think the main bit of advice is you just got to stick at it.
I think
eventually the people, they will come.
Yes, I think sometimes things slow up, don't they, Ian? You know, sometimes it rushes ahead, sometimes it's slow, and you think, oh gosh, are we doing anything wrong because it slows down? But we actually found, and I know Flour, Eggs and Yeast have said, them especially, you know, doing these shorts, if they do get put on the shelf, you know, you do attract subscribers from those.
You do. I mean, the shorts weren't around when one of my friends was having a crisis himself with YouTube last year, and he actually put a video out saying, look, I was thinking of calling it a day on YouTube, going and doing something else. Then he did sort of a themed horror thing for October, and he did horror gaming, but at the same time talked about horror movies.
Right.
And his channel then literally went from 400 or 500 subscribers, and by the end of the month he was at 1,000 subscribers. I'm thinking, and you were thinking of quitting at the end of the last month, and now look where you are, mate. Look, congratulations.
You never know what's going to really take off. You know, you try different things, and you know, sometimes something you think is going to take off doesn't, and other things you just go with it. It's really good. And we've got some more things in the chat, Ian. I'll get back to you in a second. Eleanor says, I did one short so far. I just don't really know what I can do shorts for. Well, kind of all sorts of things, really.
Exactly. I mean, Flowers, Eggs and Yeast, they did shorts for all kinds of cocoa bombs. So maybe so that I did a short for a bus just going down the road. Literally, I think the shorts can be made for absolutely anything.
Exactly. Our most popular short, so not surprisingly, was our Lucy's toy poodle, Layla. Obviously, she is the star of the show, and that really got off well. So that did very well. Okay, so where are we now? Let me just have a quick look. Okay. Oh, Molly Cakes is here. Hello, Molly Cakes. She says I need to do more shorts again. I'll just quickly say, as Molly is here, Molly is our guest next week, and beautiful Molly does beautiful cakes. So please tune in next Sunday for Share the Love with Molly Cakes. Thanks for coming along, Molly. And Cam says, Ian, I want to go fast. Love racing games.
I think that's what a lot of people should be, because it is such a fast sport.
Mm.
It's often difficult to sort of like overlook the complexity of it all, because you can say, oh, they're going very fast, it looks easy to them. But then when it's all broken down, you're thinking, yeah, they're paid a lot to do that, and I appreciate what they're doing now.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of F1, I have to say. I love watching the Grand Prix. Yeah,
Yeah.
so yeah, it's exciting to watch your games on that. So okay, let's see what else. Okay. Um, I think there's some chats going on between each other. Eleanor says, yeah, it's hard as I had my 4-year anniversary recently. Yes, Lucy and I joined the live, Eleanor, which was really good fun. I really considered quitting recently, but I don't want to give up on this. Don't give up. As we were all
Yeah,
saying, we're here for you. You know, everyone supports everyone else in this community, which is lovely. I mean, it must have been a
exactly.
nice
Yeah,
surprise for you too, Ian, to find that.
exactly. Yeah, you never know who you're going to come across doing YouTube. I mean, if you had told me when I started this 3 years ago that I would have met some of the people that I have met,
Yeah.
I would have said, no, not on your life. I would have met them. But once you get to know one person, then one person will introduce you to another person, and then so on and so forth. It never giving up is always a last resort. It's always, they call it the YouTube grind for a reason, because it
Yes.
is absolute grind. Some people go on YouTube and are thinking, oh, people like Ninja did it, people like all,
Mm.
all the big YouTubers did it like that. Yeah, they did do it like that, but that was back when YouTube was a lot easier to
Yes.
negotiate. Now it's a lot harder. But that's why if you keep grinding away, eventually the results will come.
I think
Eventually.
so too. Don't give up, Eleanor. You are so good, and you're not giving up. We won't let you. So carry on, and just maybe try a few different things and see how it goes. Yeah.
Exactly. That's what the beauty of YouTube is, because sometimes you can, right, let's experiment with doing this, see what people do with this,
Yes, yes.
and maybe if people don't like it, okay, that didn't work, so let's try, and then you'll find that that works.
Yeah.
So then people will start coming in to look at that. I know one of my brother's channels at the moment, he started off sort of comedic, sort of about comedic with the way he did his vlogs.
All
Then
right.
he started getting more serious, but the more serious and more in depth he was going, people were saying, "Oh, but we miss the
Yeah.
comedic part. We miss comedic Simon." So he's now started, because he's using a new editing tool. So
Oh,
he's now started bringing in more comedic aspects, and he's starting to see the results that he was seeing. He's still getting
that's
the people
fantastic.
coming in for the more serious informational stuff, but
Yeah.
now he's getting the comedic people coming back as well. So
Oh,
he's
that's really cool. Yes, it's difficult, isn't it? Trying to appeal to everybody, especially if you've evolved and changed. And people
exactly,
say, "Oh, I really liked it when you used to do so and so." And it's difficult, but you've got to just be true to yourself, haven't you? You've got to be yourself on this.
exactly. You can't go, because when I started, I was inspired by a couple of bigger YouTubers, and that's what I thought, well, I could do that, and I started out trying to be them. But
Yeah,
once being them, it doesn't work. You've got to be yourself for YouTube. You've got to be your brand. It's got to be your channel. It can't be anyone else's channel. It's got to be you.
right. Absolutely. Well said. Um, Okay, flowers, eggs, and yeast. We love it, especially for connections with people like you guys. Thank you. And no matter what, the community is here. That is very true. And Cam says, Ian, are you able to go outside safely in that shirt? You can see it. You can see it, but I'm wearing the same one today. You
Oh,
can't see it, but I'm wearing the same one today. Oh my God.
exactly. Yeah, I'm able to go outside, no problem. Yes, I do like the English football, but I have a penchant for Italian football as well. We have a few Italian people around in the neighbourhood, so
Cool.
it's a very well diverse community. Okay, so
Oh, brilliant!
go out
That's
there with
nice.
that fear of being strangled by an England shirt. Why aren't you supporting England?
Yeah. So who do you support locally?
Local, well, my main team is Manchester United. I've
I knew you were
supported
going to
them.
say that. Yeah.
Yeah, well, a lot of people, as soon as you say that, they say, right, Glory Hunter, but I said, no, I've supported them for 35 years.
Yeah.
And then the next question, you been to Old Trafford? Yep, I've been to Old Trafford as well. So I tick all the boxes.
Good on you. Well done. Yeah, my nephew's a big Man United fan, so I have to
it's
sometimes watch
really,
those games.
yeah, it's really, really strange in our house when it comes to Saturdays and Sundays because we have, I've got 5 brothers and 2 sisters, but all of them support different teams. So I'm the
Ooh.
Man United supporter. The next one down is a Liverpool supporter. The next one down is a Villa supporter, who I will say is the most miserable Villa supporter in the world.
Oh,
He could
there's
be
not a
like,
lot to be happy about, is there, Ian?
I could be like, hey, come on, Villa won. Meh.
Some
And then
people
the next one
are, yeah.
down for that, and then the next one down for that is a Chelsea fan. My dad's a Man City supporter,
Oh my
and my mum
gosh.
supports her local team, Carlisle. So as you can imagine, on Saturdays and Sundays, it gets
Ooh, wouldn't want to be in your house then. Oh my
no,
gosh.
really,
No. Stay away. Stay away,
yeah.
everybody. Yeah. Okay, so Tony says I'm part Italian myself, actually 25% Italian. Ah, so obviously approving of the shirt too, Ian.
Exactly. I didn't know Tony was part Italian. It's
Yeah,
like I don't know if you knew one of my friends, Sub-Zero MNX, who is also on the site that we use.
right.
He's part German, and I was like, no, he's not part. How can you be? And he said, yeah, I'm part German. It's like if you
Wow.
go down our family heritage, we're part. We can trace our lineage back to France.
Oh,
So
wow.
I'm actually part French.
Oh,
Well,
la la.
probably about 1% French, but
Yeah. Ah, it's disappointing because our family's all from Norfolk, apart from one strand from London. So we're all terribly into bread, which probably explains a lot.
yeah,
Okay, Eleanor says, yeah, I privated all my old videos with my ex. I want most popular videos to be me. Yes, indeed, you should. Yes, get rid of all those other ones. But yeah, and just concentrate on you. Ian, this is Tony. Ian, since you're a fan of racing games, what do you think of the game Mobile One Rally, a racing on the PlayStation and PC? Mobile
I've
One?
got to say, Mobile One Rally. I've never heard of that game. I've never ever heard of that game.
Whoa.
Which is strange because I know Tony does a lot of reviews, and sometimes you look at his reviews and he goes, "I've heard of that game. That's no problem." And then he goes to the next one, but I haven't heard of that one. And that came after the one he just done. And you're like, how did I miss this game? How did I miss out on this fun?
Yeah, I know.
What a
So there's
disaster if
always a game out there waiting to be discovered, isn't there?
exactly that there's always what perhaps one person can discover an old game, and then your next
Mm.
thing you know, everyone's back to playing it.
Right, exactly. I think Tony says Sub-Zero MNX. I didn't
Yes,
know
that's
that
him.
because I'm 50% German myself. I'm 25% Czech and 25% Italian. Oh my goodness, that's a fantastic mix, Tony. I feel so boring in comparison.
You learn new things about people every day.
You do. Oh, we've got a football question from Cam here. Juventus is the club he follows, but hard to get matches on TV here in the States.
It's hard to get matches for Italy here in the UK as well.
Oh, really? Because we get the Premier League and sometimes we get the Championship League too over
Yeah,
here. So which is so cool. Yeah.
luckily, because on sort of terrestrial television, you got the FA Cup, but
Mm.
that's slowly moving over to BT Sport, which is a pay channel.
Yeah.
All the Italian football's moving over to the pay channels as well. So very soon, we're going to all be forced to pay in money to
I
watch.
know it's all money grabbing, isn't it? You've got to pay for everything nowadays. But hopefully they will take all the commercials out when you pay. So that's the plus
Yeah,
side.
yeah, I find that I found that when I switched over to Sky, the second we switched over there, oh, where's all the commercials gone? Thank you, I've got commercial free experience.
Don't talk to me about commercials. I'm in America. Sorry, everyone, but I don't usually watch that TV, because it's so much. But yeah, they even put them on during the Grand Prix.
They do, because the only way I can watch NASCAR over in here is on YouTube.
Right.
And the one thing I always hate about it, they could be talking about the race. Hey, have you heard of this product? Have you heard of this? Have you heard of
No.
I'm like, the race, man. Concentrate on the race.
I know. It's frustrating, isn't it? I'm sure everyone over here thinks the same way. It is so frustrating. Yes. Yeah. Okay, so Big Hoo Ha is here. Hey, welcome. Thanks for joining us. It's lovely to have you coming along. And Tony says, I reviewed Mobile One Rally. It is like Sega Rally for PlayStation, apparently.
Yeah, I remember Sega Rally. There's also VR Rally. I remember that one. There was another rally game that I remember as well, but I can never remember the name of it.
Oh, it's because you're getting older, Ian, you see. You're 38 now.
Yeah.
It all starts to happen at 38. Forget names of everything.
They say life begins at 40, but I think you forget everything when you're a lot younger.
Oh, yeah.
That's probably why life begins at 40, because you think,
yeah, it does. Yeah. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah. So, what can ruin a gaming experience for you, Ian?
I think there's a lot that can ruin the game experience. Sometimes it can be as simple as you've made a mistake on a clip. Sometimes it can go to the extremes of you've brought it all over, you've edited it, and then you've brought it to the final table, and you see an obvious glaring mistake, which means you've got to go right back to the beginning, and you've got to start it all over again. And then worst case scenario, that clip then corrupts and you've lost the whole thing. And oh my God, all the work you've put in then is like, where's it all gone? I mean, that has happened to me before. I've brought all the things over onto the computer. I've then put them on the computer. I thought, brilliant, we're done. I go then to delete them off, because what I tend to do is I do the hard clips first.
Yeah.
And then I do get all the deleting off so I can bring the hardened clip over to finish the process. What I hadn't realized that day was I'd actually accidentally hit the delete button on the keyboard and the PC. So I deleted everything.
Oh my goodness.
So and I was sat there like, where's all that gone? Where's it gone?
How do I get it? See, obviously you deleted it, you couldn't even retrieve it.
Exactly. And the first thing that went through my mind was, right, get onto PlayStation. No, once it's gone, it's gone.
Oh my God, that's awful, isn't it? I mean, it's just your heart just sinks when something like that happens.
All I was left with from a 20-minute race was a 2-minute highlight package that didn't really show much.
Right. Oh God. Oh well, we live to fight another day, don't we? Thank God.
It literally, I think the one thing that YouTube is, literally anything can happen during the process.
Absolutely.
Whether it be from a small recording edit to a large, like I've just said, you've gone and deleted the whole thing. You've lost all that work, so no one can see what you've done.
No, before we came on, Ian and I were chatting, and we were saying the worst thing is about the technology. It's so scary because you never know if it's going to work. I never know if this thing is going to work when I, come onto Zoom and try to go live. And it's always the scariest thing. It's just such a huge relief when it does work,
Because I said, you never, once you get something going, you never know when it's going to end. You just never ever know. No. It could literally end when you're in the middle of something, and then you got to go back to the beginning, or it may never even get started. So technology, it's a wonderful thing. not.
It is. It can be a wonderful thing, and mostly it is. But there are times,
Oh,
absolutely,
there
and I
are
think
times.
yes, I think there are. Oh, there's a lot going on in the chat, Ian. Tony says certain things have ruined games for him. Like a perfect example would be The Witch and the 100 Knight. I thought it was going to be a game where you play as the witch Metalia, and do fun witch-like things. Oh, I'd like to do fun witch-like things, but obviously it's not. But you play as the 100 Knight. It was not fun at all. And that is one of the few times I agree with the critics there.
Yeah, I think going back to The Last of Us 2, that's where everyone, I think, got sort of riled up, because it's centered around two characters, Joel and Ellie, and everyone thought, we're getting The Last of Us 2, we're going to play as Joel, we're going to play as Ellie. But you ended up playing as Ellie and a new character. And once you learned about the new character, no one, it's like, yeah, she's been through something, but nobody cared. Nobody cared. We don't want to play as her. We want to play as, and then, spoiler for anyone that hasn't played The Last of Us 2. So
okay, lock your ears now.
3 years. The new character killed Joel off, and that literally sent explosions. I saw.
Oh, I hate it when a favorite character dies. It happens in all the series at the moment. It seems to be a fashionable thing. Your favorite character, like, I don't know, in The Walking Dead or Game of Thrones or something, and it's like it's real or anything. Oh,
It's like it caused uproar. You saw people getting upset and people getting angry.
yeah.
And I think that's what, because you had
Perhaps
this
they wanted that reaction, Ian. Perhaps they wanted a reaction.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier about it. Visually, the game is absolutely fantastic. If it was going against visuals, The Last of Us 2 would beat The Last of Us Remastered hands down.
Right.
But because of what they did with the story, it's like, yeah, you wanted we didn't want to do it. You wanted it. So now you've got it, and now you can deal with it.
Right, there you go. Oh, could I just say, I've just been reminded, please smash the like button. It would be great if you could. And thanks for that. And don't forget to, if you haven't done so already, please check out Ian's channel, RockstarPoole69. Okay, so lots going here on here. Let's see. Cam says, sometimes when the camera isn't recording, I do my best work and can't replicate it on the second try. Yeah, because it doesn't come naturally, does it? Yeah, sometimes when you redo something, it sounds kind of scripted, so it's not natural. Yeah.
And that, believe, with one of my other channels, that has happened. I've had the camera there, I've gone to hit the record button, I've done all this big diatribe to it, and then I've gone back, hit the record button again to stop it, and it started recording, and thinking, oh my god, I gotta do that again.
Yeah, exactly.
It sometimes is very hard to replicate the magic that you created the first time.
Yeah, exactly. And Flower Eggs and You said, I hate it when I think that I'm recording and then I'm not. Lol, you just have to laugh at fails like that. I try to use them as bloopers. Yeah, I know. I mean, same here, and it's just if you got to use it, haven't you, if it's funny.
Exactly. I mean, if it's funny and there might be a good idea for a short. If you're ever looking
yes, Eleanor, what about that for a short, a few bloopers or something? Because
because people may look at it and think, oh, that was great. So if that was what happens when it goes wrong, what's it going to be like when it goes right?
Yeah.
So in they'll come, and then you'll start seeing, oh, my numbers are going up, my numbers are going.
Yeah. That's amazing. If that gets put on that short shelf, and then it usually happens overnight. Overnight, you wake up in the morning and you think, "Whoa, this is fantastic," But yeah, exactly. Okay, some more questions. Molly Cake says, also, I'm tired of my camera having woodpecker sounds. Oh my gosh, I need to find another camera this week. Oh, I don't know if anyone's got advice on a camera. Ah, we love ours. It's a Panasonic Lumix mirrorless camera, which we absolutely love. And we're not, we know we knew nothing about cameras before, so we were really happy with that. What about you, Ian?
Well, all my face recording goes through the PlayStation camera because
Ah,
it's the only thing that's compatible with it. But for my other channels, I've got a Samsung F70 camcorder, which I've had now for coming up to 10 years.
wow.
So it is starting to show its age, but
Right.
it still gets the job done, as I
Yeah,
say. You got
yeah.
all these people moving to big 4K, 8K handheld cameras, but here's me with my little HD camera that's served me for 10 years, and it's like, yep, still does the job. As long as
Yeah, I
it's
mean, yeah, our cameras does 4K, but we always film on HD because the files are so blooming big, and the sound and the picture quality is really good. So, and it's, you know, not too expensive, that one. So,
like, and
yeah,
when because I did what was it now, 2016, so that'd be coming up 4 or 5 years ago now. I did night work at Amazon.
yeah.
And one thing I always wanted was to get rid of my little handheld bridge camera and move up to a proper DSLR camera,
Hmm.
like all of them had. So I got enough money. I got the DSLR camera, had it next day, and I was like, "Oh my god, what? I want this back! I want this back!" And all of a sudden, I'm holding cameras like this, and I'm like, "What am I doing?" And then I took the first picture, and I looked at them, and I thought, "Wow,
Mm,
the difference from a little bridge camera to a DSLR camera.
yeah,
It's just
there
don't get
is
wrong,
a big difference. Yeah.
there are some very good little handheld bridge cameras around, but the step up from a little what was it? It was an Olympus to go to a Nikon. It was a different step. It was
Right,
really
right. Molly says, I think I will get the phone like Lorelei has. Oh, I hope I said that right. Sorry about this. I need to update my phone anyways. Yeah, because apparently the latest phones have got really good cameras and video cameras on them, haven't
they
they?
do. I mean, I'm doing this Zoom call on my new Samsung Galaxy Samsung F20 or something it's called. It's supposed to be the competitor to the iPhone 12, and
Right.
originally my old phone was the iPhone 7, so sort of 5 steps
Wow. Mm,
down,
mm.
and the difference is night and day. I mean, don't get
Yes.
me wrong, the iPhone 7 can still take cracking videos, but when it comes to pictures, nothing can beat this Samsung I've got.
That's fantastic. Well, lots of advice for you, Molly. Good luck with finding something. Okay, so oh, let's see. Some more questions about cameras. Molly says, what do you use for recording on YouTube? I need to get a new camera or phone for recording. And Cam says, don't discount looking at handheld camcorders. And she says, I have a Canon SL2, only 3 years old.
Yeah,
Eleanor then says, the only equipment I have is a microphone. Oh, Eleanor's got a fantastic new microphone. I wouldn't mind hearing about what that one is, Eleanor. I don't have a camera, just use my iPhone. I'm going to get a new phone soon to treat myself for graduating college. And she has an iPhone 8, so she needs to replace that. And Cam says 90% of what we do on Flour, Eggs and Yeast is on a phone.
is on
So,
a yeah, and sometimes phones can be work wonders when it comes to YouTube. Like I said,
mm,
with the short I did for the other channel, it came off a phone,
yes,
and
yes.
a lot of my other stuff is done on phone cameras or handheld cameras. It's all about finding the right camera, I say, for the right day. If you're just having a
Yes.
light day, perhaps just use your iPhone. If you're having a big day, use the camcorder. It's all about preference, really, and what the
Yes.
itinerary is for the day.
Yes, and what you find to be very easy to use too. I mean, we bought a DSLR camera initially, a Canon one, and it was so complicated and didn't have a external microphone port, which is what we really wanted, even though it said it did in the description. So,
Yeah,
it's you have to really research what you want. And the good thing about the phone is you can just take it everywhere with you, can't you? So you've always got it to hand if you want to quickly film something.
exactly. I mean, it's like
Yeah.
mine with the iPhone 7. I only because a lot of my clips were coming out sort of jumpy.
Yeah.
So while the movie, you can sort of see a little hesitation in there, and I was thinking to myself, well, what's that? What's that doing? What's it doing that for? And
Mhm.
then one of my brothers said, "Have you tried it in this setting?" And I said, "No, I've not
Ah,
tried it in that setting." So I put it in that setting, and the jumpiness has gone. It's better frame rate.
right.
It's all, and I wouldn't have even known that if he had said.
No, that's amazing. No, I wouldn't have thought of that either. That's fantastic. Yeah. So don't give up on your old phone necessarily without trying
Exactly.
new things. Okay, I'm going to ask you more about the games again.
Okay.
What is your favorite game or genre of games? If you had to pick a favorite, it's hard to do, I'm sure.
It is hard to do, but I will always stand by my favorite game to play of all time is the classic from 2000. I think it's 2010. It was called Heavy. Tony will know. It's called Heavy Rain,
Heavy Rain?
and Heavy Rain,
Hmm.
and it's a sort of third-person interactive game, but you control every aspect of the character. So you start off, you wake them up, you get them dressed, you then go have breakfast, you then go do some works because the main character was an architect, so
Hmm.
it takes you through how to do a drawing. Uh, then you've got the family coming back. You get to play with the kids. It was, but for me at the time, such an amazing experience to play.
Right. So it's like a Sims game, is it?
It's like a simulation game,
Hmm.
but it's by a company called Quantic Dream,
Hmm.
who specialize in these sort of decision based games.
Right.
For me, because all I'd played up to that time was F1, Gran Turismo, rallying, a
Mm.
bit of FIFA. I was into my FIFA in my younger days, not
Yes.
so much now, unfortunately.
Right.
Um, but for me to play something completely different and to experience it as it was, it's easily going to. If you were to give, say, what's your top five games of all time, I would easily put Heavy Rain at number one. It would always
Wow.
go.
Well, that's amazing. With all the games you've played, did you actually be able to say that one? That's got it. That's
Yeah.
number one.
And then the 2018 classic Detroit Become Human, which literally finished a couple of weeks ago, that will always go. I always say Heavy Rain will be number one,
Yeah.
but Detroit Become Human will be 1A. Because
Right.
though they're 8 years apart, they're
Yeah.
just as equally as good as the other.
Yeah. So do you find it sometimes with the older games, it's kind of your memories of how you felt when you played the game also has a big part to play? Sort of a
Yeah,
nostalgic feeling.
yeah. There is a nostalgia feeling to it, but not only that. Sometimes you can play an old, for example, like I said with the Crash Bandicoot series. I think they go way back to sort of the early 2000s. I've never ever played one in my life, so to experience what I missed as a child, as a younger person,
Yeah.
now it will give you that nostalgia feeling. Oh wow, why didn't I play this sooner?
Mm,
Why am I
yes.
only playing it? I mean, sure, it's a remastered version. They made it graphically a little better, but
Yeah.
you would have played the original version if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. Yes, I do. I do indeed. Okay, so we've got some more things going on in the chat. Oh, hi, Sean from the Sensational Gent is here. Hi, Sean, welcome. Thanks for joining us. And he says, "What's up, Cam?" I didn't say that in an American accent. Sorry. What's up, Cam? And what's up, Ian?
Don't, I don't know if you do this over in America, Julie, but don't you find whenever you go to a different place, I always find when I go to from England into Scotland, I'm always starting to speak with the Scottish brogue in the background. You always,
I know, yeah. I know.
it's always,
Oh, what are they doing? But you're probably
like,
murdering it, aren't you? You know, and you think, oh, stop it. You know, I say like, oh,
exactly.
pretty. I say pretty instead of pretty. Water.
It's just like it's a natural instinct
I
thing.
know it is. It is. And then when you talk to people back home, well, I talk in my broad Norfolk accent then. So, you know,
Yeah.
yeah, it does happen. It's strange, isn't it?
Well, then you continue the accent of where you've been. And you're like, why are you talking like that?
Yeah, I know. People do pull you up quickly when you start talking out of
Yeah.
character. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Sean said he woke up a little late. Oh, it's all right to have a lie-in on a Sunday, isn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's what Sundays are for. Well, some people.
Exactly. So, Ian, you've got a lot of YouTuber experience. What is one thing that you wish you'd known when you first started that you know now?
Um, I would think it would be the thing with the gaming channel. Just be
Right,
yourself. Just
right.
go out there and be yourself. Don't try and mimic anyone else, because you'll quickly find that people will say, "Oh, you're just a bootleg copy of this. You're just that," and
Mm,
then it'll drive people away. If you can concentrate on just making your own, like I said earlier, your own market, your own niche, your own little space, as they say,
yeah,
where you can just be yourself, not have to worry about anyone coming along saying, "Oh, but you're this," or you're this person. You can say, "Well, yeah, he did inspire me, but have a look at this and you'll see
mm,
it's much different to what they've put out." I mean,
yes, I think
I
that is
know
important.
I know a lot of people when I started the F1 2020 series, because I thought to myself, right, I've got to change it from how I've done it before. That while I was watching another YouTuber that I watch, it was like, oh, could I try that?
Yeah,
So then I started trying it that way, and the first couple of comments, they were like, "Oh, this is brilliant. This is what your race." Because don't get me wrong, sitting for 15 laps in one camera view,
mm,
or however many it is, it's good, but we need a more sort of feel to it, a sort of
yes,
feel.
yes.
And now everyone's coming along. It actually feels like you're watching a proper race now.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely it does. I
Because
tell
you've
you what,
got
I really like Ian. I love your commentary. It's really cool.
you'd be surprised. A lot of people say that, and
Yeah,
I think that
yeah, you're
that
so
whole
unique, and you've got such a great sense of humor, and it's really in depth. It's just really fun
exact,
to listen to.
and I think as well, because I always try and develop my original channel, what was Ian Pool Trains, it's now Ian Pool's Transport Hub. I'm always developing that channel every year. So how can it be better than last year? How can it be better than
Mm.
last year? And in a way, the commentary that I did on the Gamer channel, it's now transferred over to the Transport Hub.
Oh, cool.
So whereas that channel was the channel that started it all for me on YouTube, now
Mhm.
it's the newer channel transferring it back to the older channel. So
That's fascinating.
it
Yeah,
is. And a
yeah.
lot of people, because a lot of people then came up, because we watch a popular DVD franchise on Rail Freight. They're saying, "Hang on, are you the voice of the guy that does the voiceovers for that?" I'm like, "I'm sorry to disappoint you. It's not me. I wish it was me, but it's not me."
Oh, yes, you might be quite rich by now.
Exactly, or
Yeah.
maybe not.
No, but it is very, very cool. And oh, we've got several things happening over here. Oh gosh, Cam is going to attempt a Geordie accent. Oh, well, we look forward to hearing that, Cam.
Oh,
God,
I,
that's. Can
I,
you do
I
one,
can.
Ian?
Why I man? I could do Geordie. About. I can
Oh,
put.
that's good. Better than mine. Molly says, I'm not competitive, so I do not have any other choice but to be myself. Yeah, well, you being yourself is perfect. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
the perfect thing for YouTube. Don't be anyone. Just be yourself, and
yeah,
you'll find a lot of people. They come, like I said, with me. Everyone they come for the commentary, and
yeah,
that doesn't come from anyone else. That just comes from me. That's
yeah. It's
me
just natural.
being me.
Yeah, yeah. So, how do you define success on your YouTube channel? Would you say, is it all about the numbers?
Um, when I started, no, I was all about right. I want to get to a point where you want to be earning the money from YouTube.
Mm,
But
mm,
then people start pointing out it's like, oh, but with YouTube you don't make much, and it is an unfortunate state where you think to yourself you'll get to 1,000 subscribers, you'll make
mm.
money. You really don't make as much as you think you'll make
Right.
to start with. So then I thought, well, what am I actually doing this for? What are you actually doing this for if you're not doing it to get monetized? And a lot of people say, oh, it could be you doing it for fun, you're doing it for entertainment. And for me, that's where the success for the gamer channels come in because, yeah, at the end of the day, everyone will say, we want to get to 1,000 subscribers, we want to be monetized. That I would rather say, I'm doing this for, because the game channel actually, when I started 3 years ago, it was just going to be a bit of fun, a bit of entertainment while I was recovering from an operation. Nothing serious, just
Yeah.
sit back, chill, and relax. And that's sort of grown this channel into more. I'm now not doing it for fun. I'm now doing it to entertain other people, and that's what I think is driving the success of this channel.
Yeah, I
It's
think so. Yeah.
it's me coming back every time, and the more people that come back, the more it's saying, right, now put more content out, now put more content out,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
You
oh,
get
they're
that
coming back.
interaction going then, Ian, haven't you? You know,
Exactly,
you're doing things for your subscribers and your viewers that they want to see, but also what you want to do too.
exactly. And
Mm.
then you can say to yourself, all right, I've done it for that. Now let's see what happens when I do this. And then you'll see, oh, here comes some more and some more. So success isn't always about getting to a certain point. Success that can sometimes be you just having fun, you're entertaining people.
Yes.
It's all about what the person defines what they want the channel to be successful as, I would
Yes,
say.
indeed. What's important to you. And yeah, Sean says he loves your channel. It's so funny. And other people, Eleanor was saying she does her channel for stress relief because she's a student and she's got a lot going on. So it's actually a stress relief for her to do the channel. So
Exactly, yeah.
Sean, oh, and also Molly agrees. Molly Cakes, my therapy, lol. And Sean, the sensational gent, says, stress relief, Eleanor. I always feel pressure doing this. I know. I wouldn't say
And,
it was.
and believe it or not, I'm even though on the video I put out, I may sound the coolest, the calmest person there. Inside, I'm always thinking, is this good enough? Because
Mm,
I hold myself with YouTube to a high standard.
mm,
Always say to myself, if it's not good enough for me, it's not good enough for you guys.
right,
And I'm
right.
always saying to myself, after I've put it on YouTube, have I done it right? Have I done it how I wanted it? It's always right up until the moment that the video gets uploaded.
Mm,
It's always in the back of your mind. Have you done this perfectly? And then
I agree.
when you see people come back and saying, brilliant video, really enjoyed this part, really enjoyed this part, we love this, we love that, you sort of then put your mind at ease a
Right,
bit.
exactly. Oh, exactly. You're saying exactly. We feel exactly the same. You know, you do all this research, and then you. It's only partly scripted, but then you do it, and you may be feeling a bit tired, and you do it, and you think, oh God, that was a bit rubbish, wasn't it? Oh God, we haven't got time to refilm it. Then Lucy works her magic in the editing room, and the same thing. Then you see it, and then you've got all these nice responses, and you think, well, it wasn't so bad after all. I thought it was going to be terrible.
I think that's another thing that sets me apart from the other big F1 YouTube channels. Everything you're hearing, it's unscripted.
Yeah.
Literally, everything is coming out of my mouth as it's coming into my brain.
That's brilliant. No, that works. That don't change that.
Exactly. A lot of people are out there, they're putting the thing together and they'll think to themselves while they're recording it on the fly, right, let's do this. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind that sort of scripting, that sort of modification. But when then you've got people saying it's a vanilla this. But if you've modified it and it's not really vanilla. I would prefer if you just come out and said, right, this is what we've done. This is what's happened. What do you think?
Yeah. Sean was agreeing with you. You know, he's particularly hard on himself too, and I think you do. I think you're your own worst critic or the strongest critic, because you always feel like I always feel I could have done better, and I kick myself. I think I could have done better than that, but you know, sometimes those funny little incidents make it more funny and more natural, I guess.
Exactly, and that's me in a nutshell. I'm always thinking to myself, especially when I'm on my days out filming for the Transport Hub or the Transport Travels vlog page. I'm always like, did I do that right? Did I want it to be that? And then you get to the final edit and you think to yourself, it looks right, it looks all right. And then when it goes up, you're fine, Ian, you're fine. Sometimes people will point out a mistake you've made, and you're happy to say, yeah, okay, hold my hands up.
Yeah, exactly. You have to take it because you know we're not perfect. You can give the wrong fact or something, you know. And when somebody does point that out, you say, "Oh, thanks for pointing that out. I'm sorry, we didn't realize that." So that's fine, isn't it? That sort of comment is good. Yeah, because you know.
Constructive comments like that. There's always a place for YouTube for constructive criticism.
Oh, absolutely, indeed, and we're all learning, aren't we? So yes, indeed. And Cam says, Ian, your content is not good. Content is not good enough. It's great.
Thank you very much.
His little face drop there, Cam. Your face drop there, Ian, a bit. No. And Sean says, I have to script. If I don't, I get off track. You don't seem like you script, Sean, because it seems really natural. I mean, you know.
It does, and it's a thing with my brother and his vlogs that he goes out and does. You look at it and you think to yourself, no, you've not written all that information down. But secretly, he's written all that information down. He's learned all that information, and he's put it then to the people.
Yes.
And sometimes you think to yourself, you didn't script that, but you did. But I did, and then but you did script that, but I didn't. So
I think it's so important to do your research beforehand, because you know it's uncomfortable just to wing it and hope for the best. I mean, you wing it to some extent, but if you haven't got all those facts and figures and information in your head to start with, you know, you're just going to ramble on, aren't you?
Exactly. And I'm terrible for rambling on.
Yeah. Oh God. Well, yeah, me too. Yes, as my daughter keeps telling me. Okay, so let's move on. We've got some questions. Molly Cake says, I do wonder if people like the music I choose, but I choose what I like. Well, that's good. Why shouldn't you? Yeah.
If just because something that you've chose is not to another person's taste, doesn't mean that what you've chose is good enough.
Exactly.
There's always going to be aspects of YouTube where you do something that people like and other people don't like. I mean, I had someone a few weeks back. I was sharing it around on Facebook. Oh, but nobody plays this game anymore. Don't upload this game anymore. And I'm thinking to myself, you're talking about an absolute classic game that everyone loves, and telling me not to upload it. And I'm like, surely it's my channel, it's my decision what I upload. Just because it's not good enough for one person, 10 other people can say, yeah, we love this.
Absolutely.
So you're always going to have.
Yeah, that's very true. And it's not always good to have just brand new stuff that's just come out. It's good to have the older stuff too, you know. It's whatever floats your boat. Yeah, indeed. Eleanor says she's hard on herself at school, but I'm doing YouTube for fun, so it's not the same place for me. As someone who wants to go into marketing, I enjoy creating. Oh, well, that's perfect experience. Oh, hang on a second. Yes, sorry, my family are trying to Skype me, so I'm just trying to stop it happening. Oh no, I've gone all over the place. So carry on talking.
Yeah, I mean, YouTube, if YouTube's a good place for creating anything. It can be, as Cam said, it can be a good place for creating recipes for yourself. It can be a good place to talk about, say, what you've done in England in the past, or quirky things as Brits do over here, the Americans don't do.
Yes, there's lots of those.
Exactly. And for me, it's bringing out the creative side in me when I'm putting these videos together.
Yes, I think I agree with you so much, Ian, that it's the creative side. It's nice to do something that is creative. It's so satisfying, isn't it?
It is. And when you do something that is different from everyone else, and everyone else is commending you for going down that route, and then you say to yourself, why didn't people do that before?
Exactly.
And then the next thing you know, you could go on another video and somebody's copied what you do. And eventually then you'll start to see a spiral, and you think, right, now I've got to do something different on my side.
Yeah, because somebody's copied me. Well, that's the sincerest form of flattery, isn't it? If somebody's copying you.
Exactly. Imitation, it's the sincerest form of flattery.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Molly says, I do fit the music to go with my cake theme I'm doing. Well, that's perfect. The music should really, enhance your theme. Eleanor says, sometimes I script for videos, but I think it's common. I even had a script when I did the TEDx talk at my high school. Oh my God, I would do the TED talk fully scripted if that was me. And I'd be in an absolute panic. I'd have to have auto cue on there. Okay, so everybody in the chat, it's come to that sort of time where we're going to ask Ian the last question. So please, if you've got a question for Ian, the time is to do it is now. And if you haven't done so already, please give us a like. And Molly says, Ian, you have a great delivery, and I love your laid-back style and warmth that comes across. Absolutely, yeah, very genuine.
And that's what everyone does say. It's because, I'm trying to convey it seriously, but I like to think I'm laid back, I'm relaxed. If it goes wrong, it goes wrong. Start again, and off we go again.
Yeah, we all relax when we watch you because you it comes off. The vibe comes off. So that's really cool. Okay, Ian, this is the last question, but of course, if you've got a question for Ian in the chat, now's your time. So if you could boil down everything you've learned on your YouTube journey so far into one piece of advice for other YouTubers, what would it be?
It's going to be the most simplest piece of advice. I've mentioned it already. Just be yourself. Yeah. YouTube, when you started out, is a journey. You're going to learn a lot about yourself. You're going to learn a lot about other people. You're going to learn a lot about editing processes. You're going to learn. YouTube is just a constant learning thing. Don't go onto YouTube and try to be a hero. Don't try and go on there to be someone else. Don't try and imitate anyone. Just go on and be you, because you'll find a lot more people will be more receptive to you as opposed to you as someone else. Yeah, by all means, dress up, act, snazzy, act weird.
Yes, I always find a hat is really nice, Ian. I always like a good hat.
Yeah, well, you will have noticed yourself that I've had to start wearing a hat on a lot of my cameras, mainly because my hair was growing out of control.
Oh,
Because
with lockdown, yeah.
with lockdown, but I'm due a haircut. It's 7 months overdue.
Oh
Um,
gosh, I feel for you, but it looks fine. Don't worry about it. It's
yeah,
fine. It's fine. Yeah.
but that was all down to all the lighting being wrong and my camera
Mm,
being a bit of a whatever.
yeah.
Yeah, but it's all about being true to yourself. If you go on YouTube and you're not true to yourself, you're going to find that YouTube's then going to swallow you up and it's going to say no.
Very
As long as
true.
you be you, YouTube will. A lot of people come along and say, "Yeah, we like it. We like this. We like that." You want to be on the side of yes rather than the side of no, because I've personally seen a lot of channels that have been at this a lot longer than I have, and they've not even taken off. A lot of them haven't even made it to 100 subscribers, which is because of the time and effort you see them put into that video. It can be very disconcerting. But as long as you be you, it never blame yourself for anything going wrong on YouTube.
Yeah, good advice.
There's always going to be a reason why, and as long as you learn the reason why, adapt to that reason, you'll find it goes a lot more smoother than it will do.
Yeah. Sean has asked, do you play any other games apart from PC games, Ian?
Well, it's actually PlayStation that I play, but I do in my spare time I do play a lot of GeoGuessr on the PC. It's a PC sort of find a place type game, which believe it or not is also popular with not just YouTubers but a lot of Twitch players play GeoGuessr. And
what is GeoGuessr? Sorry to be ignorant on this.
no, it's quite so. GeoGuessr, basically, there's loads of subcategories. So, for example, one of the ones I watched, took a photo of all the British Weatherspoons, and
there's a lot of them.
Exactly, yeah. And you've then got to try and work out where that Weatherspoons is on the map.
Wow. You must have to frequent a lot of Weatherspoons to know that.
Yeah, I mean, they've done F1 ones, NASCAR, railway stations. They've just done it as simple as they've gone round. They've basically taken all the photos off of Google, the Google car that goes around.
Oh, right, got it.
You've got to guess where you are in the UK. It can be
that's interesting. Okay, so everyone's saying great interview. Good luck, Ian, with your channel and everything. And a huge thank you. I've so enjoyed talking to you today, Ian. Sincerely, it's been fantastic. And
it's been absolutely fantastic, Julie. It's
yeah, and one day we'll have you back when Lucy is here, so she can join in with the conversation too. I know she regretted missing this one. So, and thank you all so much in the chat. We really appreciate it. See you next week with the lovely Molly Cakes. And for now, have a nice rest of the weekend and see you all soon. Bye for now.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Bye.